We left the country. We went through different countries. From Sudan, we crossed the border to Ethiopia. From Ethiopia, we went to Kenya, and after maybe 8 months or even more than that, then we made it finally to Qatar. And we are still looking for actually place, to settle. Two warring parties are insisting to fight because the Sudanese armed forces decided to end this war militarily, and also the rapid support forces decided to continue on fighting. So this is the reason that why the war age is prolonged. And there were so many different initiatives in Saudi Arabia, and the last one is in Geneva, but they were not able to actually come together. They are still continuous in their fighting, and the more they fight, the more civilians get affected by it. And also because the army has its own reasons why they don't want to stop the war. They're asking the RSF to actually leave the cities, and they ask them to leave their military bases, and they have to leave their military artilleries outside the cities and the places where they are. And the RSF is actually rejecting that, and that's why there is a back and forth, fighting.
I'm sure you still have some relatives left in Sudan. When you talk to them, what's the situation like on the ground? How are they able to even to provide for their families when this war is going on?
Very tough humanitarian situation right now. We talk to our families, we talk to people in Sudan. Most of the people are actually facing very big, especially living, especially life expenses every day. And there is no food. People are facing hunger. More than 20 million people are actually hurt by hunger and famine because of the war. Either you have a family member outside the country, like in the Gulf or somewhere, they send them money, or they expect the charitable organizations or charitable groups. They are inside there, and then they are providing food for the people, but nobody is able actually to provide for themselves.
Who has more of an advantage? Is it the government forces or RSF?
Every Sudanese would want to see the national army. That's, I think, naturally everybody will be in support of the national army. RSF was part of the army and then rebelled against the army, and now people are supporting the army. At the same time, there are people who are supporting the RSF. So even the people right now are divided, and the war right now moved from the war between the rapid support forces and the Sudanese armed forces into civil war right now between even communities, because the rapid support forces is backed by tribes and backed by ethnicities, and that's why the army also is backed by other people. Now the fighting is actually moving not only within the military, but the war has exceeded that into the community.